So guys, if you do want to get yourself your hands on some FIFA coins, make sure to check out IG Vault in the description. They are fast and reliable, and of course they are safe, and you can use Pro Recall to get yourself 10% off at checkout. So make sure to go support them because they are supporting the channel. So guys, what is going on? Of course, we've had some technical difficulties. So today we've got the top 5 of the last week. So make sure to drop a like down below, and of course smash that subscribe button if you do enjoy. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but we're going to start doing them every Friday again. Obviously, because it's a Christmas week, things are a little bit jumbled up. But if you're new around here, of course, subscribe if you want to be in for the chance of winning the giveaway. We're going to have it in very soon in the description. But you got the PS5 or the Xbox, you got the iArmor 37-inch monitor, you got 24k FIFA points, and a football shirt of your choice. So make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, drop me a message on Instagram if you do want to be part of our Discord, and let's get into it. So guys, we're getting right into the first method. We've got a really easy one which we're making a ton of coins off, and I've actually been making coins off all day. You'll see my coin total looks a little bit prettier than it has at the minute, so we're going to pop him up for, we're going to do 19,500. We've already sold one I think around the 20k mark. Let's have a look, searching on the market. You got one at 19, so you're easily going to sell these on for 20k. You can see here you've got Cahills and Cahills, you get Lumbergs as well. You've got quite a few players, so we've got Premier League Hero 20k. Really simple. I know a ton of you will have way more coins than that, but it's just not about having more. This filter is so easy, and all the filters I've got today are really low budget but really clinical. So this one alone I've made a decent amount of. I mean, if you look at my transfer list right now, I should have a couple of them on there. So we've got 2k Hills at 19 and 19, then you've got the third one there. I saw a Lumberg for 14, I've got a Cahill for 14, so they're obviously going up for 14 actually quite regularly, which is brilliant. Now realistically they're going to sell on at 20k, no problem. Now that means you need to be picking them up at 19k or below. So realistically you can go 18,500. Now I don't like picking them up at this too much because it only gives you 500 coins profit. You're spending 20k, very small profit margin. Obviously it's just one of them things. I was picking up a ton about 5-10 minutes ago. There's less coming up. Now, we got that one there at 17k. Now, it's not terrible. It's not great. But 17k with a hunter, and we can easily pop that up for 20k. And we'll do 19,500. I think 19,500 is a good place to do it at. It means after EA tax, we're looking at about 1,500 coins profit, which actually isn't bad at all. Now, we're going to knock this down to 18 because we are going to try to sell them all for 19,500. It's just a quicker sell, makes things a little bit easier. We're only picking up a few. We're not picking up a ton, so we're not going to be like very often needing to change the prices there. Now, what I do want to check, just while we're having a look, obviously, as I say, I saw a Freddie Lumberger a minute ago. He was at 14k, so that's a bit of a jump actually for Freddie Lumberg. So unfortunately, I missed that, not realizing how cheap it was. And also, I basically got, I think I got a Cahill for like 17 or something. So I got that first. Didn't check the second card, checked the second card, and it's a 14k Lumberg. I should have known that anyone else on this filter is a win. So unfortunately, I didn't, and I didn't pick that up. Now we're gonna go for one more sale here, 19,500 again. So we'll play it simple, and then we're gonna go. Hopefully, I mean, I'm gonna knock this down to 18. We'll do a little bit more, see if we can get anything. Obviously, this isn't the only one that you've got the option of doing, but we picked this one first of all. He's also not the only player that comes up. You've got Cahill, you do have the likes of Scholzer. I have seen his Scholzer, but obviously I lost that one. You do have the likes of Lumberg, and you've also got Dudek here. Now Dudek's a little bit less likely actually at the minute, as he's more desirable than Cahill, which I think by quite a bit as well at the minute. So we're just going to see what we can get. I'm going to go back to sniping at 18,500 just because it seems there's so little at the 20k mark anyway. We're going to do the last snipe and then we're going to move on to the next one. We've got a few to show you today. So the next one, we're going to have a look at quite a cheap one at the minute. It's Defender and Wildcard. Now you want to find the minimum. You are looking at around 15k. So these guys are actually going quite cheap at the minute. Now they are realistically always going to sell on for around 16. You kind of guaranteed a 16 sale. You can see there isn't many here. Now what you realistically want to do from that, I'd say, is probably snipe at 14,500 and below. Now because there's quite a few at 14,500, I don't really want to take one of these. I want to get a snipe. So 14 there, we'll take that. We're going to list it for 16 nonetheless. Obviously we are going to go for the fullest profit we can have, but 1.6 there. Let's have a look. So after EA tax, that's a 1,200 coin profit. Now what we're going to do because of that, I think 1,200 per card isn't unrealistic, and it's not bad. And I mean, we can get Pau Torres, so the one thing you might want to do, maybe do compare price a little bit higher, because you can get a Pau Torres. I don't know if we want a 14. I think we've already had a 14. Maybe we want a little bit cheaper than that. There is one 14. Okay, so that's gone already. To be fair, I'd like one cheaper, because we got one at 14. I suppose it isn't a bad shout to... Oh, we've missed the 12,500. Right, we're going to be faster now. I told you. I bloody told you. I bloody told you, mate. That's brilliant. So 16k there. I think at some point you'll need these in an SBC. So regardless, they're going to go up quite a bit at some point. If you have the time to invest, do it. If you have a little bit of coins and you think you can invest, I kind of want to just go for another cheaper one now. Now we've got a couple coming up at the 13,750 mark. Come on, give me another 11. I don't want to obviously as well get caught when the market's lowering in price. You want to make sure that you don't buy them at that time, because that is when you're going to get absolutely shafted. So you've got to be careful, especially at that kind of time. So is there any... We've got the 13,750s. They're sitting, they are sitting, but they won't sit for long. I think it's the fact that two people have put up 11s, and there was obviously a 12 there as well. So that'll sometimes make everyone think the value is lower. Now it's not too much effort, but it's actually just more, we don't want to sort of beat around the bush. Let's just go for the methods that are going to make us a ton of coins, especially when the market's so in the mud. It's nice to just go, right, let's make some decent coins here, give ourselves some profit, because there is not much of that going around at the minute. It's obviously a very rough market to be on. Now, Bernardo Silva, having gone so much lower, actually means you're going to make a ton more. Now, we're going to check at 9k if there's any there. We've got none at 9k, we've got none at 9.5, 9.5, 9.8. So, you're going to sell at 9.8. 9.7 might be 9.7. 9.7. So you're going to sell at 9.7. EA tax, that was an 8.7 that we've missed there, but 9.7 EA tax, it's going to be about 500 coins. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 200 for profit. So 9k and below. Now, what we did see is, unfortunately, there was a nice snipe there of an 8.7, which would have been about a 500 coin profit. We missed that, but we got this, guys. Don't worry. We're going to get the next one. We'll make a ton of coins. Bish bash bosh. I'm trying to hit Ronaldo by the end of the day, and to be honest, I'm doing this filter and the hero filter mostly. The other three filters I show you as well, it's kind of just what's working at the time. If I can't find any heroes, then fine, I'll move over to this filter. If I can't find any of these, I'll move over to a wild card filter. So try and go through 3 or 4 different types of cards, so you're not just getting the same stuff over and over and over and again. You can get a bit of differentiation. I can't, you know what, that word always fumbles me a little bit. So we'll go for 9.8. We'll try sell on at 9.8. We'll hope. You can see our K hills are already going. I'm going to try and make as many coins off these guys as I can at the minute, because I do just want to get that Ronaldo. I'm actually gagging for Ronaldo in my team. I really like him. I don't know where it came from, because I wasn't a huge Ronaldo fan. Not like generally, just in game. I wasn't like a Ronaldo fan, but he's couple games he's played for me as a loan. I had to bring him out once or twice recently in Foot Champs, and unreal. I've been absolutely molested by him a couple times, so I thought it might not be a bad idea to try and go for him for the team. Also, the fact that he's gone down in value is a bit appealing to me. You know, it's one we're a fan of. Obviously, nice to see we can get a little bit of we're a bit closer to him, I think, in terms of value. You know, I do need to sell some players, fortunately, whereas the other ones don't have much value. Somehow Maguire in this stage of the game brings value, so we can do this. So 2.4 for the sell on for these guys. EA tax is going to be 120 coins. So on that one there, I'm making 280. So not too bad. So if you look at 2.4, there's a couple, but there's not many Luke Shaws, so it's quite a good place to sell him at. You want to really be sniping at probably 2.1 for Luke Shaw's. Maguire's 2k, but obviously it's hard to differentiate when you're doing that snipe on the second, trying to get it fast. So sometimes you might end up going for the Shaws over the Maguires, or the Maguires over the Shaws at the wrong price, but you should be okay. We've already had a Shaw at 2k, which is the better version of the I can't even speak. You guys know what I mean. It's the better way around to do it. Get a cheaper Shaw than it is to get a more expensive one. Let's have a look at 2.4. Seems they're selling maybe a bit too quickly at 2.4. So actually, let's have a look at 2.5. Probably could have listed it a little bit higher. So we're gonna snipe at 2.2. because they're clearly selling pretty quickly. I think you can see the coin total went up from the sale of Shaw at the same time that we got this Maguire. So Maguire again for 2k. We've missed that one out. That is not good. Come on. We can do this. Ah, come off it. Come off it. We'll list them for 2.5 because that's... actually, we're going to have to do 2.4, which means they're both between them. That's 160 coins. So I guess because they came up together, we can argue it's nearly 200 coins. But that is not good profit. We don't want to be doing that. For the Luke Shaws, we do. We do that. There you go. That's what we like. A Luke Shaw at a good price. We're going to go for simple filter to round it off on the next one. But we do have, obviously, a special card filter as well. Now, I'm just trying to think which of the filters we go. Premier League, Winter Wildcards. I believe there's some cheaper ones. Okay, so we've got the 80Ks there with Semedo. You got the Pogbas. You've only got those two though. There's got to be a nation where we get a few. And Kieran Tierney as well. Okay, there you go. So that's Kieran Tierney makes it justified because he's a little bit cheaper. And you got Suyun Shu as well. Okay, yeah, there you go. This is a realm we can play around with. This is where we can make some coins. Right, so 82k, you got your Tierneys there at 80, 78 there as well, 78, right. I'm saying they sell it on for 80. EA tax is going to be 4k, brings us to here. Then we want realistically 2k of profit, so it brings us to here. If we can get any of them at 74k, I'm classing that as quite a reasonable win. I think are they impacts now? They're not impacts now. They just came out. So if we can get one, it's a win. I'd say we're probably going to snipe until we either get one or until we get kicked off the market. He's just been listed at 77. All we're asking is 3k more. The guy who listed him does not need that 77k. So if someone could list him for 74, that would be absolutely unreal. 74 with an anchor, maybe a shadow one. Something to make him a little bit more spicy. Something to make him a little bit better. Let's check if that one's still up. Okay, so that one's gone almost instantly then. So they are going quickly. So they are desirable enough to go quickly, which means we'll sell it on easily. Can we get one though? We're just going to have to spam it. We're just going to have to spam it. We are just going to have to spam it until... I think we're inevitably going to get kicked off the market. But I want to get one. So I think we've just got to firm that. Hope. I really, really hope. Come on. We've got to take the L. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you tomorrow.